this house.
Alright, this is my pueblo. This is the foyer. Bathroom's over there if you need it. You wouldn't mind taking your boots off and try and keep the floors clean in here. As you can tell, I've done a lot of work. This is the dining room. Scenic overlook. Where I put the food. Little table. Okay, alright, watch your head come through here. Bedroom. Room for a king size bed. It's not here yet, we're getting it delivered tomorrow. We got a skylight. Just to let enough light in. Still keeps the warmth in. And around here, we got the backyard for our dog. No fence. We have an electric fence though, so he doesn't go anywhere. That's my pueblo.
First we did Wapatki Monument, and it was pretty cool. It was a lot more chill. It wasn't a hike. We were just, well, I guess you can say we hiked a little bit, because hiking is just walking out. And my definition of hiking is just walking out in the open, outdoorsy, walking, exploring, and all that jazz that goes with it. So Wapatki was more of a chill hike. You know, we was out there, we seen a lot of different old village structures. It was, I think it was brick. Yeah, it was a brick structure in different areas. I'm kind of butchering it, but yeah, we first went to, I want to say, I don't know where it was, but it was like an old village, an old brick village structure that was pretty much torn down. Looked like a tornado ran through it, but I guess over the years, it's been hundreds and hundreds, might even been thousands of years that's been sitting up. I guess the national park wanted to keep it, you know, tourist, they wanted to keep it a tourist attraction.
Oh, it's not strong enough, but it is coming out.
I can hear it. So this is a blowhole.
Size and depth unknown.
I would hate to drop my phone in there.
Well, there's our grate.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I see it now.
See.
Oh.
Pretty neat.
Yeah.
Fancy.
Yeah. What was that swirly motion you just did? And why did you do that? You want to explain that?
Branch. This was attached to a tree. And the branch goes up and this was really used to make that branch.
Do you want to make the sound effect you made when you...
No, I don't.
You don't want to do that?
It just looks like Starry Night.
All right.
Let me know if my shadow's in the way.
Cool design. Pretty sweet.
Babe, what'd you find?
A couple of rocks. Well, a lot more than a couple. They look a lot different.
Yeah, pretty colorful.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Dare me to eat them?
I do dare you to eat them.
You don't think I will?
I mean, it's a lava flow, so I kind of expect you to not eat them because they might make you. It's a good way to break a tooth.
I got strong teeth. Yeah, baby! We out here. Show y'all the scenery. Oh my God. Huh? Don't back up and get hit by these cars that's passing. But we out here. Let's go. Gotta play a good beat. My turn. All right.
You gotta bow. Oh, you're not done.
Running away. But one of the things that we did in Sedona, we did the Pink Jeep tour, and that was one thing that we was really looking forward to doing because I've never been off-roading, and that's what it was, off-roading. And we went in areas that people would hike. And you're driving this Jeep up through all this mountain and gravel and just, you know, there is no roads. So you're driving, you're bouncing around and everything, and it was pretty fun. I had my action camera on. I like to call it a GoPro, but it's not. It's a 4K action camera. It's pretty cool. It's a lot less expensive. It's not expensive at all. But it was kind of hard to get good pictures with my action camera because we was all the way in the back and we had the screen. Because of COVID, they put a screen up so that, you know, the air won't travel. Yeah, it won't hit. We was in the Jeep with 4 other people. It was a family of 3, and then the driver, and then Carolyn and myself. So all together, it was 6 of us.
So Pink Jeep Tour was a recommendation from my sister and my parents, who've all done it. It's a company that runs like excursion tours in really cool natural areas. So they have these awesome Jeeps that are, you guessed it, pink, that have awesome transmissions, epic tread, and can handle pretty much anything. So I was pretty excited because I drive a Ford Focus, and so I don't really do off-roading, and this was like extreme off-roading. So we had a guide. We were in a Jeep with another group of women who were like in their 50s and way cooler than us because they had gone canyoneering in Zion National Park, and they talked about all these adventures, and I was like, I hope when I'm 50 I still want to do these crazy things. So they were fun to talk to. But our Jeep guide was really informative. He talked about like all the stuff I love, like geology and prehistoric times and how this used to be an ocean, and then all these layers are all like sand and these fossils. And, I don't know. It was really cool to hear how all these rocks got formed. But really like the star of the show was the Jeep and getting to like go places that would even be hard to climb with your feet, much less in a vehicle. So it was really cool. We got to do a couple places. We got to get out of the Jeep and look around and walk on the rocks. There was a place, it wasn't Chicken Point, because they're not allowed to do Chicken Point anymore, but he took the Jeep up on this rock and around this edge, and then hung us on the edge of the rock. We were like on a 45-degree angle. It was really cool.
Yeah.
And then we went down the Devil's Staircase, which was like super bumpy, very steep. You drop like, I think it's like, you drop 100 feet in a very short distance. It was really fun. Definitely, he played it up, definitely, which I appreciated because that's what you're paying for, is the experience of being a little terrified, but trusting that you're not going to be injured or killed in this really cool pink Jeep.
You look nervous, Sean. So that's why they got seatbelts. Trying to tighten it in.
So I should say, this is the one thing in Sedona that I had done that I knew that I wanted to repeat. So when I was there in high school, when I came to Sedona in high school, my sister and I did Cathedral Rock, and I remember being terrified because I don't like heights, and this hike is not a typical meandering flat hike. It's not even a normal steep gradual incline hike. You're walking on flat ground and then you hit rock and you have to scramble, and you're just going up on your toes and your hands for a lot of it, which I don't think I prepared Andre for. I mean, I sold it as a hike we should do, but I didn't prepare him for what it was going to look like. But it was a very popular hike that day.
I thought we were done actually, but when I realized that we had to keep going, that's when I turned my camera on. I was happy that we had more to go. So we continued, and it was just more upward hiking. It was more climbing. It was really, really fun. I felt confident. I felt strong. Carolyn was behind me. I think she was just letting me take the lead here or whatever. But I was just kind of setting the pace, just trying to make sure I wasn't going too slow, but also not too fast. And we had multitudes of people there too, so it was pretty easy to know where to go because you've seen all these people going in the same direction. There was different pathways, of course, of getting to one spot, but ultimately we were just going up and trying to find the easiest way for both of us to get to the destination.
So the payoff of Cathedral Rock is that at the top you get an epic view of the valley behind this rock formation. And it's like, there's a bunch of places to take really cool photos, and there's a point that just says end of trail, which is pretty, it's like, felt a little bit like The Land Before Time, that dinosaur movie you see as a kid. Because like, you're looking out and it just looks prehistoric. You can't see any people, you can't see any towns. It's like an open valley with all these rocks and vegetation. So Andre was braver than me and got some photos out on the edge of the cliff, which I was not willing to do, but I was willing to be a photographer.
So now it's time to go down the hiking trail. And I'm really excited to go back down, not because I'm tired of being up here on this trail, this overlook, but because on our way up, I didn't get a chance to capture our initial climb. I didn't realize we were going to be climbing any rocks. I didn't realize it was going to be this exciting. So I didn't start recording until after I got up that first rock structure, which was sad. However, now I get a second shot. We get to the area that I wasn't able to capture coming up.
Yeah, right here. Look at that clusterfuck.
It was, I had maybe just a slight bit of anxiety because, you know, it looks scary. You're coming down this rock, and it's a lot of people, so I don't want to be someone's visual of someone tumbling down this rock structure. I don't want that to be me.
I think going down was easier, which isn't always true with hikes. We got to a point where it's a near vertical, and there are obviously like footholds cut into the rock, and they're like very worn down because, like I said, this hike is really popular. So there was a point where there were a lot of people coming up, a lot of people going down, and there was some indecision by this group of girls because that's the point of no return. You have to commit to going up this scramble, and it's vertical. So these girls were having a conference at the point where everyone needed to pass each other, and it's COVID, and it's steep, and there's only footholds for one person to do this at a time. So we sat there, we were patient for a while, and I wanted to move, and they weren't moving, and I was like, all right, we gotta make a decision. Someone's gotta move. Nobody can move until somebody moves. And that got them going, which I think I helped them because the view is worth the hike. Like, if you're scared, you just gotta do it. If there's a life lesson there, just go for it, and it'll be a payoff at the end.
The line moves. I think the guy in front of us moves first. And then those girls, they start to try to climb up. And it really, when I was watching this lady try to climb up out of the group that was scared, I don't know. It was interesting to watch because I was watching her as she was trying to use her upper body strength to get up. And this is my, I guess, me trying to show you how it looked to me. It looked like she was really trying. Like, her arms shaking, and she had the scrawniest little arms. I don't know why she was there. I don't, but she was trying to climb up, and I almost wanted to just grab her. Like, I wanted to grab her jacket, and then, one top of the jacket where the shoulder is, and then the bottom of the jacket, and just get a good grip and just kind of fling her up there, and then watch, and then give her the thumbs up, okay, because you're up there now, because I didn't look like she was gonna make it. Coincidentally, we ended up running into the same family that we were on the Pink Jeep tour with, and that was pretty cool to see them there, because while on the Pink Jeep tour, we talked about doing Cathedral Rock, and I guess it was a popular hike that day. And of course, it's just always cool to see a friendly face. Now, while we seen them, Carolyn decided to take a picture of me, and the nice lady decided, oh, why don't I take one of both of you? First, Carolyn protested, but then decided, okay, why not? It was just really cool to have that moment. She ended up holding up the line behind them, but people were patient, so that was cool. She took it, and then she proceeded to go back up. But after she took that picture and she started to climb up that rock, I've noticed the guy under her looked as if he was either trying to just have his hands ready for her to fall back, or he was trying to stop himself from pushing her up because maybe she was going too slow. I don't know. We did take some time taking the picture, so maybe they were just becoming impatient. I'm not sure. But anyway, we continue down.
Pants are the shit. Oh yeah. It's good that you got upper body strap. It is easier going down. So far, anyway. Yeah. sun coming down. Hey, baby, listen. You missed it. Cute as fuck. Oh. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Where's your camera?
Need evidence. Maybe. It's closer. I'm just making sure. I got you. It's a pretty tight grab there. Oh yeah. Yeah, the hard part's done. This is the fun part.